All right, good morning, happy Monday, everybody. Let's do our thing. You just gave the quick spiel just a second ago. Today is our hip day, which we haven't done since middle of May. We did it 3 times throughout the first several weeks, part workout flow and stuff. So today's our hip day. It's been a while. If you have an ankle weight or 2, great day to grab your ankle weight. Upper body will sound like what we did on our last workout. And again, my numbers are all off. This is, I think, workout number 51. Between 50 and 51, it was 500 chest, back, shoulders, bis, and tris. That was the intent. Today, we're going to pull slowly on all of our upper body. You'll see. Anyhow, however, we're starting with 5 1-minute planks in combination with our 5 different 50 abs core. So it's 5 minutes of isometric core and 250 alternating mobility abs core. Okay? When you're doing your planking, if you want to just sit there and plank like I'm going to do, sit there and plank. If you want to mix in some lateral planks, and again I'll dabble and show you. If you want to mix in some other things, plank swimmers or rotational planks, you can dabble on those as you wish. But it was 5 1-minute planks, not the 5-minute plank challenge we did a week and a half ago, in combination with 5 different 50 alternating abs core. So it's a very long, quote-unquote, warm-up start. And then we have our 2 hip circuits with our upper body routine. And then if you have time at the end, we have our 3 to 5 minutes exertion per se. Okay? When you're ready, 1-minute regular plank. But again, if you want to deviate out of plank, like rotational planks or plank swimmers, cool. Ready, set, go. Now, we've talked about this many times, right? It's 6 a.m. I know it's early. Don't fall back asleep. And when I say engage your body, a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what I mean by engage your body. Take the weight out of your elbows. Take the weight out of your toes. And center the weight in the middle of your body. And of course, try to contract your abs. That's easier said than done. You don't want your lower back, you want your abs and your core. So put that weight in the center of your body. And the hardest thing is just take a big deep breath. And just let yourself center your body. We have 5 of these and 5 different 50 abs core. Very long circuit. And then we basically have the 2 halves today. Three, 2, 1, and relax. 50 sit-up scissors and or simple scissors, but I want them big, whether it's the sit-up version or the simple version. Both of them are big. 50, 50, 50. I know you just got out of bed 5 minutes ago. We have 5 1-minute planks and 5 different 50 combos. For some people, that's actually their entire workout. 15-ish minutes. And some people would say, there's my abs core, have a good day. You guys, this is just a good start. Again, 50 sit-up scissors and or simple scissors, but I want big scissors. I don't want those little things. I want the big things. 50. And breathe. And focus. Abs. Core. Remember, core is not necessarily abs. Core is displacement of body and all those muscles that touch your spine. And it requires a little more exertion. Nice. 50 good reps. Won't do these again today. 250 abs core, 5 minutes of planking to start. You got your 150 to 180 each hips throughout the day. 200 chest, back, shoulder, bis, tris throughout the day to go with the 300 you did on Friday morning. That was the intent with the loops of our body and the pace. Basically just a lot of hard work. Good morning, Emily. I see you snuck in on here. I like it. Julie, Sunshine, Mama D, Emily, Leon. I got two Toms. Got Malia, Katie. Missing our 2 Brians. Our Larry. Where's your dad, by the way? You're gonna take a big deep breath. These combos are meant to be pretty invasive on your body. They're gonna be hard. You're gonna burn, like your body's gonna burn. You might get confused about your back burning because your muscles that touch and wrap around your spine might get a little tired. 1 minute plank, whether you do the same thing, which is kind of preferred, or you deviate. Ready, set, go. Now I'm just gonna show you what a lateral plank is. You have done rotational planks, and some people have done a lateral plank, and so you're hanging out on one side. That's an option. Again, you could formally do rotational planks. If you want to do plank swimmers, you can, but we're going to be doing all those deviations throughout the circuit. 1 minute. Isometric contraction. Second greatest force you put on a muscle. Non-moving contractions. And remember, I'm going to remind you each round, engage your core, center your weight, and take a big deep breath. Breathe into the center of your body. Take it out of your extremities. And breathe. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Runners. Now remember, we don't do things quickly. I want the bigger version, not the small little bicycles. You can start from the ground. You might get more rotation and more contraction, but you can also start from the up and work on lengthening. Both are great. And I've always fessed up. Both are hard. The start up version and the lengthening will always go to my back too. So I like doing them, but then I need to relax my back a little bit, and then I do the from the ground supported version. So both are good. And of course, I don't want you to think, ooh, I'm getting my back, this is gonna be bad. That's your transverse abdominis. Those are your external spiny muscles. Anything that touches your spine, they just get tired. From that, overexerting and forcing a rep or two, or putting a bar on your shoulders or an impact exercise, that's when people get in trouble. When those muscles get a little tired, and then you just do that one extra thing. One more step, because I said to do 30 and you're getting tired and you're on 28, and that heavy big displacement step, that's what gets people in trouble. 50 slow runners. Runners are elbows to knees. Scissors work hands to toes. You do get more rotation, more mobility versus a scissor. Scissors torque and leverage. 50 big runners. Starting from the up, you work on lengthening. Starting from the ground, you're able to think about a little more contraction and rotation. You're going to take a big, deep breath. When that is done, we're going to be on our third plank. At any time, go from regular plank. If you ever need to put one knee down, put one knee down before you put both knees down. I'll show you that here in a second. 1 minute plank. Ready, set, go. Again, planks and push-ups, they are very, very different, however, that starting position. So everybody goes from regular push-up and then they put both knees down, or a regular plank and they put both knees down. Put one knee down if you need to. I didn't shift my body. I just got to make it a little bit easier, maybe a little bit more supported. So I put the one knee down before you put both knees down. And that's if you need to make it easier. Same with a push-up. You're in push-up position, and you would just put the one knee down. Again, that helps take it out of your back. It helps, quote unquote, make it a little bit easier. And remember to breathe. Nice, good breathing today. Three, two, one, and relax. You can stay in that position in swimmers, either on your hands and knees or laying on your stomach, Remember, swimmers, on your hands and knees is a little more balance. It's more motion, so then you have to say it's a little more mobile. But laying on your stomach, you have more of a contraction possibility. You're supported by the ground, and you might be able to contract more. So both are good. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, maybe little arms and shoulders and legs, mobility of spine, activation of muscles around your spine. 50 swimmers. Now this actually will affect your plank next round, so you're gonna have to really focus. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, breathe, mobility of spine, and activated of muscles around your spine. Mixing up between on hands and knees, laying on stomach. Technically, they're both called prone swimmers. That's the hard part. Based on comfortability, laying on your stomach, or the feeling of contraction of your good back muscles. 50 swimmers is round 3. And we've done these things before. Nice, good core start to the day. Round 4 is going to start in about 15-20 seconds. I just said these swimmers will affect your plank. We just use those muscles that touch your spine. So remember to stay focused on your core during your plank. Center your weight. Maybe your butt needs to come up a little higher. Maybe you need to put one knee down, and maybe you need to mix up your plank. 1 minute plank for the 4th time. Ready, set, go. Now again, if you haven't tried a lateral plank, this could be a good time to try a lateral plank. It's okay if you don't. You have your regular plank. You have your rotational planks. Next round, this round is going to be our Russian twist. So, we're going to be doing those deviation of exercises. Breathe and focus. Put your weight in the center of your body. Take it out of your arms. Take it out of your toes. Put it in the middle of your body, and then take a big, deep breath. Round 4, we're going to combo with our Russian twist, whether you have weight or not. Big and slow. 2, 1, and relax. 50 slow Russian twists. Whether you don't have weight, it's cool if you do. If you touch the ground, it's reps. So it's 1, 2, 3, preferred. If you don't touch the ground, revolutions, and that's mobility of spine. Russian twist, the revolutions is an isometric rotation, blah, 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 a little bit smaller motion. I prefer the bigger motion, but that's based on the weight you have in your hands, the engagement of your abs and core, and your breathing, mobility of hips and spine, activation of muscles around your hips and spine, and breathe and focus on your 50 Russian twists. Breathe, deviate, rotate, displace. $50 big Russian twists. You're rotating, your up body is rotating on your lower body. And if you're able to even oppose your lower body moves to the left as your upper body moves to the right, like small changes, displacement of weight. And if you don't have weight in your hands, that's fine. It's just a bigger, slower, sweeping motion per se, right? Just big, consistent reps on your 50 Russian twist. Again, we are using our abs and core. Those core muscles are the muscles that touch your spine. We only have one more round to go. Again, you can call this a warm-up circuit if you want to. We have a hip up about a day coming your way, so I wasn't worried about your knees and your ankles as much, right? One more plank, And they're gonna have your windshield wipers or rotational planks if you wanna keep doing that stuff. Ready, set, go. So it's your last one. 5 1-minute planks, isometric core, non-moving contraction, second greatest force you put on a muscle, combo with all of our big alternating motion abs core. Hips are coming our way, up body is coming our way. Easy like Monday morning. Again, you can stay here and do 50 rotational planks and or lay on your back for 50 windshield wipers so you can mix up that last set. If you have ankle weights, you'll want to have them on after this for our hip routine. 3, 2, 1, and relax. I'm going to start with the rotational planks just so you see them. You don't have to do them. 50, the rotational planks or windshield wipers. Windshield wipers, you lay on your back. Kind of the opposite of rotational planks. However, rotational planks, you can turn your entire body versus windshield wipers, your lower body's the only thing moving. 50 total reps. It's your last abs core of the day. Hips and upper body. Just a nice, smooth Monday morning. Good old windshield wipers or rotational planks. Your windshield wipers, your lower body is rotating on your upper body is still rotational planks. You could only move your upper body, but I do like when the whole body does rotate. So technically, it isn't the opposite. Your upper body and lower body are rotating together. Breathe, focus. 250 abs core to start your day. It's only 6:20 in the morning. Like, what else would you do before this, or after this, or during this? Besides sleep. My 6 hammers, we don't have time for that. We get up and get it done. Start the day off just right. When you do get done with those windshield wipers or rotational planks, if you have an ankle weight, cool. We're gonna do our right hip with our upper body. We've done it before. All of them are pulling, except for the triceps because you can't pull the triceps. We'll have our left hip, and we're gonna reverse the order on the upper body. It's not magical, you'll see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna give about 30 seconds. Again, if you have an ankle weight, put it on your right leg. You'll still need your weights next to you. We'll have our chest flies, we'll have our lat pullovers, we'll have our upright rows, we'll have our bicep curls, we'll have our triceps. We're gonna reverse the order on the second part. Nice, smooth start to the day. I'm going to talk about the circuit real quick. All of our hips are 25 to 30 reps. I've given you rep ranges before. Why? Maybe you have ankle weights, maybe you don't. Maybe you're just smoking and burning. Cool, don't force the rep. I'm going to exaggerate, right? I'm doing my circles and I'm trying to get to 30 because Chris said so. It goes from a hip exercise to a not hip exercise, and that yields many other things. All of you have done my hip routine, so I'm not worried. However, we don't want to exert, right? 25 to 30 is your rep range on all the hips. All of the upper body is 20, but we're gonna pull. So chest flies is long and wide and slow, and lat pullovers is long and reaching and slow, and upright rows, and I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here, okay? Here we go. 25 to 30 clockwise circles. We have done that before. Don't let your toe point down. Don't force your toe to point up. Your leg is straight but not locked. And I'm looking for an 18 to 24 inch wide circle. I don't need this huge circle, right, that goes from hips and then it goes to your glutes and back and quads and hamstrings. We're trying to get your hip muscles. So nice, smooth 18 to 24 inch circle. And it really should look like a circle. If you put a pen between your toes and you were drawing on a wall, would it look like a circle? That's up to you. 25 to 30 right hip clockwise circles. We've done it before. When you get done, you've got 20 chest flies. Now, preferably you're going to be on the ground for a little while, but if you want to get off the ground and do your flies somewhere else, cool. You need to lay on something as you do your 20 chest flies. So we're still going to keep that word pace in our minds. We're going to do everything big and slow and correct, but I'm going to give you guys your exercises so you get it done. Pace exercises, we've been doing that, right? The fitness version of everything. So it's hard to be, quote unquote, fit on this kind of workout. But we can still do non-stop exercises. 2.5 to 3 second reps. Chest flies. Minimal hands, minimal arms. Maximize your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades lead the way. Your shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. Now, you don't have to be wide, but your shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. It's a pulling exercise, whereas chest presses is a pushing exercise. Your shoulder blades still lead the way, but your elbows bend and straighten. 20 chest flies, shoulder blades lead the way. Big, slow, and I do use the words wide. I want you to be wider than your press. But some people think this huge, big, wide rep has to happen. Your shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. After your 20 reps are done, again, if you have a little change of pace, cool, you'll be on the same hip counterclockwise circles, going the other way. Not the other hip, the other direction. 25 to 30 counterclockwise circles. You have all done this. 6 different hips. I always start with the circles because they're the most invasive. You will have a little asterisk to that statement when we do the left circuit. You'll see. 25 to 30. Leg is straight. Don't let your toe point down. Don't force your toe to point up. And draw a circle. Nice and smooth. Let it burn. The upper body we do between each set, again, takes about a minute. So your right hip will rest about a minute as we do all these upper body exercises. When you get done, you're on lat pullovers. Again, the intent is that you don't have to get up and down, but if you want to get up and do lat pullovers laying on a ball or a bench, you can. And if you magically have a lat pull down machine, if you want to get up and do lat pull downs, you can, but the intent is that you're on the ground for a little bit. Lat pullovers is way longer than your rows when you do your trap rows. You're reaching, elongating your lats, trying to not use your hands and arms. Breathe. Your shoulder blades are mobile. Your shoulder joint is mobile. You gotta think about your lats. 20 lat pullovers. Breathe. Long, reaching reps. course, I do want to be a little bit ahead of you, so you can just go to the next exercise. You'll be on your single lateral leg lifts after your lat pullovers. I'm not saying you should be there. When you get there, you're laying on your side for your single lateral leg lifts. Don't do the circles. Again, you've done this before. 25 to 30 is your rep range on your hips, based on your skills, ability, strength, mobility, all those things, whether you have weight or not. All of your upper body is 20 reps. They all take about a minute. When you get there, you're on your single lateral leg lifts. Again, don't let your toe point down. Don't force your toe to point up. That leg is straight, and you're drawing a straight line. Don't go in front of you. Don't go behind you. You're working on your lateral hip, your glute medius, the muscle part of your IT band, and breathe. Again, you don't want to exert. We don't want to turn this into a glute or back exercise. Your hip joint is moving, so use the muscles around your hip. Leg is straight, nice and slow, 2.5 to 3 second reps. Toe doesn't point down. Don't point your toe up. 25 to 30. When you get done, you have the choice of your upright rows for shoulders or any of your shoulder raises for shoulders. Those are pulling exercises. The workout number 50, again, I gave you guys some choices. That's based on tools and positions at home. But in the gym, we did all of our pushing stuff on Friday, and today we're going to do all of our pulling stuff. In between the two workouts, it's 500 chest, back, shoulder, bicep, tries. Pulling either upright rows or shoulder raises. You've got your 20 reps. Again, that takes about a minute. And the nice thing is you're going to be on your fours, your hands and knees, for the next 2 rounds of our hips. So it's okay if we're not laying on the ground anymore. We have those 3 side laying hip exercises. We have the chest flies and the pullovers. Again, upright rows or any shoulder raises, 20 reps. Takes about a minute. That right hip will rest for a minute. And then you're gonna be on your hands and knees for your donkey kicks. Again, today is slow, I apologize. Some people on Monday mornings, they're just ready to go, and some people are like, oh, this is nice to have a nice slow workout to start the week. You know, we have a lot more work to go. All depends on what you did over the weekend. Both my Toms like to sit around and eat bonbons and get all rested, so. Donkey kicks, 25 to 30. Body, 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 body. People are like, well, what do I do? Do I drive my knee? Well, I don't want your upper body to move. So I'll see this, right? I'll see people doing this. Don't let your upper body move. It's a hip exercise. Your glutes and your hamstrings really want to help out. So you're trying to be still, right? Don't move that upper body, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of a knee drive, but don't move the upper body. Posterior hips, which does include your glute minimus and medius. You have your piriformis, your QLs, external spinae. There's much stuff there, right? But your glutes and hamstrings, because you guys are so well trained, they want to turn on. You gotta try to keep them off. And yes, I am bragging. You guys are so well trained to activate your glutes, which is a way better thing than activating your back. For right now, I want your posterior hips. 25 to 30 donkey kicks, and then you're gonna be on your biceps. It's gonna get a little armsy here because we have our biceps, we'll have our triceps, and we're gonna reverse the order on our body, you'll see, blah, 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 blah. After your 25 to 30 donkey kicks, you've got any of your biceps. And of course, when we do our biceps, for the most part, there are always any hammer curls. If you have dumbbells as a neutral position, I didn't say narrow. Hammer with a twist, again, you would need dumbbells, you would need 2 weights. If you only have a one weight, you're going to be stuck on the one hand position where you've got your biceps, 20 biceps. And then you'll be on your hands and knees again for your fire hydrants. "20 biceps. Breathe and focus. Smooth, steady day today. All that core has been done. We started off the workout just turning on the body. Now we're thinking about our hips and our upper body. If you have time at the end, we'll do a little exertion like we've been doing in the last couple workouts if you have time and energy. After those 20 biceps, we've done our fire hydrants before. Remember, I don't expect you to be there. I'm trying to be a little bit ahead of you. Fire hydrants is getting that knee out. I don't say leg because I see the weird kick. And I don't say up because I see the foot drop. So get that knee out. Don't move your upper body. This is what makes it a hip exercise, not a back butt momentum exercise. Get the knee out on your fire hydrants. 25 to 30. We then have a tricep. We have a right hip. We have a left hip. And then our tricep again. You will see. I do apologize. There will be some getting up and down. Today, the goal is that you're not going crazy. There's many things to do for our triceps, which I'll show you here in a second. 25 to 30, fire hydrants. Don't let your upper body move. When you do get done, you're going to be on triceps. Remember when I said triceps, you got dips, you've got kickbacks, you've got overheads, you've got narrow push-ups. When your hands are narrower than your shoulders, you're going to get more triceps on a narrow push-up. You've got overhead triceps with a weight. You've got dips, you've got kickbacks. 20 triceps now. We're then going to do a right anterior hip and a left anterior hip. But if you have the ankle weight, we need to do the switch, you'll see. But anyhow, we have 2 consecutive rounds of triceps. Or 2 rounds of triceps. We'll be reversing the order on the upper body. Again, triceps can be dips, kickbacks, overheads, narrow push-ups. You can mix those in as you wish. And again, I'm just trying to be a little bit ahead of you. I'm not trying to get you to go faster, but you're going to feel a little armsy between the last couple rounds and the next couple rounds. But here comes our right hip, left hip. And if you have ankle weights, you'll need to make that ankle weight change. Laying on your back, no falling asleep. I know today has been kind of slow. You've got your anterior hip. Your knee is ever so slightly bent. Your toe is pointed out on your anterior hip. Front raise, 25 to 30. You'll then do your left anterior hip front raise. Remember, we did not do that earlier. I'm not worried. We'll have the right hip, the left hip, your triceps again. I want to make sure everybody's in the same spot. And we're going to go back to our circles. Is it magical? No. Is it different than what we did earlier? Yes. Am I worried? No, I wouldn't do it if I was worried. 25 to 30 right hip front raises. And then switch ankle weights if you have them. And then do your left 25 to 30. And then do your triceps again. Little switch there, nothing crazy. It'll change the rhythm just a tiny bit, but I'm not worried. We'll be laying on the ground to finish off the workout here soon. 25 to 30 right hip front raises. 25 to 30 left hip front raises. Hopefully there's an ankle weight switch if there was one, and then you're on your 20 triceps again. We're gonna reverse the order on the upper body, so got a little armsy. Don't worry, we're gonna be just fine. When you do your triceps, I do prefer something similar, but of course you're always allowed to mix up those triceps. You will be doing the same pulling exercises very soon. Narrow push-ups is one. Overhead triceps is another. Dips, kickbacks, you do have your skull crushers, whether you're laying on something and the weight is above you, or you have a TRX, either way, triceps are happening for the second and last time today. So make sure you got your both anterior hips, right hip, left hip, and then you do your 20 triceps for the second time. You just did 20 triceps about a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. When that is done, you're gonna lay down on your side. We gotta go back to our circles. The downside is there will be getting some up and down for the upper body, but you guys are big kids. Big kids. Again, you should not be done with your triceps. I'm trying to be a little bit ahead of you. When your triceps are done, Katie, you might want to slow down a tiny bit. You'll be laying down and you'll be doing your 25 to 30 clockwise circles. 25 to 30. Now remember, I've always used clockwise and counterclockwise just so you can remember the direction. When you talk about front to back or anterior to posterior, you'll have the two different experiences. So clockwise on left is posterior to anterior. Clockwise on your right is anterior to posterior. So there are two different motions based on the directions. 25 to 30. Again, I apologize. You're going to be getting up and doing your biceps. So it's 25 to 30 clockwise circles. And then you're on your 20 biceps again. If you don't want to reverse the order and you want to do your chest flies because you're laying down, cool. Do your chest flies because you're laying down. We're just going to do all of the up bodies again. 25 to 30 clockwise circles. And then biceps, if you're going to reverse the order with me, or yes, you can stay on the ground and do your chest flies. Katie, hands higher. There you go, good. Hands higher on those biceps. There you go. All you do is bend and straighten. Your shoulder blades don't move. It's the only time I don't want your shoulder blades moving. Again, I want to be a little bit ahead of you, not to prove a point, just so you know what to do, so you get it done when you get there. You have the 25 to 30 clockwise circles, then you're on your biceps. If you don't want to reverse the order because you're on the ground and do flies, cool. We'll have our biceps, we'll have our shoulders, we have our lats, we have our chest. They're all going to happen again. After your biceps, you'll be on your counterclockwise circles. If you didn't have a different feeling between your sides, then you are a very well-balanced and well-oiled machine. Everybody has a more mobile hip, and that's partly because of life. We get in and out of a car the same way. We get in and out of the shower the same way. Most people do. You naturally will move and bend over and pick up something that fell on the ground the same way, right? So you're gonna have an imbalance. One leg you stand on as you kick the ball, right? One leg is your kick leg, one leg's your balance leg. Like, you have mobility, movement differences. You have activation differences. And Tom, I was totally kidding about kicking the dog. I know you would never do that. Leg is straight, but not locked. Don't let your toe point down. Don't force your toe to point up. You're drawing a nice, smooth circle on your counterclockwise circles. Then you're going to be on your shoulders, upright rows or raises. But again, if you went back to the start, you would have done flies, and then lat pullovers would be next. And that's based on if you want to stay laying on the ground, which I do validate. I just don't want you guys falling asleep on me because it's been a slow workout. So 25 to 30 counterclockwise circles would go with your shoulders pulling, upright rows or shoulder raises. So we haven't stopped moving. Remember that definition of fitness. You're going to minimize rest. You're going to maintain your motion, sacrifice your weight, and hit your reps. Well, the kicker is we're doing our hips and our body. So you're not doing your lower body and exertion exercises. 20, shoulders. You can do any pulling, upright rows or shoulder raises. After that, you're going to be on your side for the last time today on your single lateral leg lifts. We are almost done. And I'll give you the assignment if you want to get a little sweaty to finish off your day. You don't have to. It's just if you have time. So just to reiterate, right, we have the right hip on the last hip. We have the left anterior hip on the first hip. We had our triceps done. We did the clockwise circles with our biceps. We did a counterclockwise circles with our shoulders. Single lateral leg lifts. You would then be staying on the ground for your lat pullovers. Then you would have your or donkey kicks with your chest. And the fire hydrants will finish off the circuit and maybe even finish off your day. It's your last time you're laying on your side. Keep your legs straight. Don't let your toe point down. Don't force your toe to point up. Draw a smooth, straight line. And again, if you haven't felt the difference between your right side and left side, congratulate you. You're a well-balanced, activated, and mobile person. After those single lateral leg lifts, you're on lat pullovers. So yes, you do get to stay on the ground. $25 to $30 on all the hips. We are almost done. 20 up body, 2 loops of that. Easy breezy. Again, just to be a little bit ahead of you, you have the single lateral leg lifts with your lat pullovers. You'll then be on your donkey kicks with your chest flies. Then you'll be on your fire hydrants, and you can be all done. So literally, we are almost done. Or if you have time, you have 3 to 5 minutes of cardio if you want to go get sweaty, or 3 to 5 minutes of stretching if you want to keep the cool start to your day. 25 to 30 on your donkey kicks. We talked about it earlier. Don't move your upper body. I wouldn't mind having a little knee drive so you get more movement at your hips. However, I want you to move your hips only per se. I know your knee is moving too. Try to take it out of your glutes. Take it out of your back, out of your hamstrings. Think about that space above your glutes, below your back. 25 to 30, 20 chest flies. Then you have your fire hydrants, and you can be done. Home stretch, you guys. Home stretch. Almost there. After those donkey kicks, you're on your chest flies. Breathe. Shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. It's not that you have to be super wide. You're definitely wider than your press. But your shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. Big, slow, pulling exercise. Chest flies. 20 chest flies, 25 to 30 on your fire hydrants, and you can be done. Time is of the essence. But if you have a little more energy and you want to get sweaty, then go to 3 to 5 minutes of cardio. And if you want to maintain slow and just chill and stretch, do your stretching. Nice. Good, effective day. After those chest flies, you are on your fire hydrants. I didn't say you should be there. Just want to be a little bit ahead of you. Don't move your upper body as you do your donkey kicks and fire hydrants. And really, you shouldn't move your upper body on any of your hips, but I just see the most movement on these. Getting that knee out. Breathe on those fire hydrants. Pace is good. Again, I've been trying to be a little ahead of you. I don't want you to be done with these exercises because you see me going through them. I'll do it one more time again today at 9. It's Monday. Nice. Last round, you reiterate. You had your donkey kicks, your chest flies, your fire hydrants. You can be all done after that. Or if you want to get a little sweaty, go to 3 to 5 minutes of cardio. Or you can stretch for 3 to 5 minutes, whatever you need to do. Bye, Katie. Have a good day, please.